3 ways to make more money as a fighter.
He clips him behind the head.
Okay, now fighting is a really difficult occupation because it's really difficult to make the amount of money that you need to make in order to sustain life while still training 3 hours at a time twice a day or 2 hours at a time twice a day. It's very difficult. We need to maximize the amount of money that we're able to make. Number one way to do that would be private lessons. Okay, now usually you have to go to school for quite a long time to be able to charge like $50, $60, $80, $100 an hour for your time. But if you're a fighter, at least in the market that I am in, people charging $50 to $100 for a private lesson is really, really common. Okay, even these personal trainers that really have done almost nothing are charging like $120, $160 an hour for their sessions. So if you're a young fighter and you're able to promote yourself, then you will definitely be able to find people to teach private lessons to. Now, this also really, really helps if you make sure that you are known in your environment. Now, one lever to pull with being known is social media. Of course, everybody knows this. Be active on social media. Most fighters do that. But if you can also be active in your community, if you grew up in the place that you're fighting in, that's really the ideal situation. You grow up in Vancouver and you're fighting in Vancouver, you should know a lot of people in Vancouver that you can then leverage that network in order to make money. Okay, in all of these ways. Number one, private lessons. Number two would be apparel. Okay, now when you're going out to fight, you will normally wear a t-shirt. Now sometimes you will get, that will be like your gym t-shirt. Other times you will get a sponsor that pays you to put on said t-shirt and walk out. But what you could do is just invest in yourself, pool your money together that you made from these private lessons, and then go and get a whole bunch of your own shirts made. Make that known throughout your network, both online and offline, and then sell them before the fight. So everybody will be wanting to go to your fight, and then they will want to be wearing your walkout shirt to let people know, like, yo, I know this guy. I'm on his team. We're wearing the same stuff. I'm cool because of that. Fans always want to be as close to the fighters as possible. So you can really leverage that in order to make money. You can see this with Ryan Ford is probably the best example that I've seen do this. Is where I got a lot of these theories. This dude created an entire apparel company. Okay, originally it was called G'd Up, and now it's changed to, I believe, Real Deal Athletics. Okay, but he was slanging crazy amounts of apparel right at the show. He had people that were in the crowd selling shirts. He'd make a booth and he would sell shirts at that booth. He would have people staffed at that booth selling shirts at that promotion. Maybe you don't have a big enough network to have people working for you and selling your shirts for you, but I bet you have at least one friend that'd be willing to run some stuff around the city so you're not driving yourself crazy during your fight week. The last way would be tickets. Okay, now I know a lot of people will usually opt to, well, most people don't even know that this is an option, and maybe with some promoters it's not an option, but it's something that you should definitely try to do. Instead of taking a purse, instead of taking like $1,000 to show and $1,000 to win, promote the crap out of the event and tell the promoter that you don't want to be paid a purse. You just want a bigger percentage of the tickets that you sell. Try to get something like a 30% or at least a 25% cut off of all the tickets you sell. Okay, and then if you're able to put a whole bunch of people, whole bunch of asses in seats, now you're getting way more money than you ever would with a course. Again, I saw Ryan, the Real Deal Ford, do this. I can't really say the amount of money that he made, but it was way more than anybody else was making outside of the UFC in Canada. Way more, like 4x, 5x more than anybody else is making, which is pretty crazy because he was also doing apparel at the same time, doing the apparel and selling the tickets. And I'm sure he's got private lessons as well. So he was hitting all three of these, and he never made it to the UFC, and dude lives in a big baller house. He's like well set up. So you do not need to make all your money in the show. It's not like, oh, once I get to the UFC, I'll make that money. No, try right now. Try to start maximizing your reach right now, growing your network both online and offline, in order to leverage that and sell them things. Sell them private lessons, sell them apparel, sell them t-shirts, sell them tickets to your fight with the t-shirt, and you're balling, you're set. You don't have to work that 9 to 5 because you're using your brain and you're using your environment and all this situation that you've created. You train so hard to get to this spot. Why waste it? Why waste it? Why waste 8 hours a day working at some stupid McDonald's spot when you could just be using your brain to make you money? All right. I hope that helps you, all you starving young fighters out there. I know there's a lot of you, and I know you're starving because I was you. Okay, so try these things and let me know in the comments if they work. Peace. I love you.